Somewhere right now, a BMW owner is standing in a dealership service bay, watching a technician point at an engine and explain why the repair estimate has 4 digits in front of the decimal point. And here's the part that should bother you. In almost every one of those stories, the model and the trim level had nothing to do with it. The badge on the trunk said 335i, or X5, or 328D, and none of that mattered. What mattered was the 3 or 4 characters stamped on a plate under the hood, the engine code. That's the real decision point. Not the year, not the color, not whether it has the M Sport package. Here's why that matters. BMW sells the exact same trim name across totally different engines. 2 cars can look identical on a lot, priced within $1,000 of each other, and one needs a transmission-out timing chain job by 80,000 miles while the other clears 200,000 on oil changes alone. The engine code decides which one you get. So let's go through which ones to avoid, which ones to hunt for, and how to verify the difference before you hand over a deposit. Warning number 1. The N63 twin-turbo V8. If you shop for a used 550i, X5, X6, or 750i from around 2009 through 2013, you've probably been tempted by the price. These cars depreciate hard. A twin-turbo V8 BMW for Camry money sounds like the deal of a lifetime. In reality, it's often the beginning of a $15,000 repair story. The N63 was rushed to market with the turbochargers mounted inside the valley of the engine, between the cylinder banks, instead of outside like a normal design. That layout traps heat right where the engine needs to breathe, and BMW's own internal fix became a running joke among technicians. An entire maintenance category called the N63 Customer Care Package, which existed because these engines were burning oil, cracking exhaust manifolds, and failing valve stem seals at a rate that was impossible to ignore. Owners were topping off a quart of oil every 1,000 miles. BMW considered that within its published consumption guidelines. Most owners understandably did not consider it acceptable for a car that was barely broken in. If you're looking at one of these V8s, you're not just buying a car, you're buying a second job managing an engine that runs hot by design and burns oil by design. Would I buy it? No, unless the price already assumes a rebuild. Warning number 2, the N20 Turbo 4. Now let's talk about the engine that quietly ruined more 4-cylinder BMWs than any other, the N20. You'll find it in 2012 through 2016 3 Series, 5 Series, X1, and X3 models. On paper, it looks great, a small, efficient, twin-scroll turbo, 4 making solid power. In practice, BMW built the timing chain system on the wrong side of the engine's tolerance stack, and the plastic chain guides start wearing prematurely, sometimes as early as 60,000 to 80,000 miles. When those guides fail, the chain can jump time or, in the worst cases, snap entirely. On an interference engine, that's not a repair bill. That's a full engine replacement, because the pistons and valves collide with each other. There's no warning light for this. It sounds like a light rattle on cold start that gradually gets louder over a few months, and by the time most owners take it seriously, the damage is already happening inside the engine. If a 2012 to 2016 4-cylinder BMW you're looking at has never had the timing chain and guides replaced, assume it's a ticking clock, because it is one. Would I buy it? Only with records, and only if the timing chain and guides have already been replaced. Quick note before we keep going. Every engine code, every known failure point, and the exact mileage where you should start worrying is laid out in one place inside the complete BMW Longevity Bible. If you're the type who wants the full picture instead of piecing it together from comment sections, it's linked below. Warning number 3, the early N47 diesel. If you're cross-shopping a diesel BMW, a 320D, 520D, or X3 xDrive 20D from roughly 2007 through 2012, there's a design flaw here that's arguably worse than the N20's, because of where BMW put it. The N47's timing chain sits at the back of the engine, tucked against the firewall, instead of at the front where a technician can get to it in a few hours. When that chain stretches or the tensioner fails, which happens frequently on high-mileage examples, the entire engine has to come out of the car just to reach the part that broke. Labor alone on this job routinely runs 8 to 12 hours, on top of parts, on an engine that often isn't worth what the repair costs. BMW revised the design in later production years and moved the chain forward. So this isn't a blanket warning against every diesel BMW. It's a warning against the early N47 specifically, and it's a perfect example of why the model year within an engine code matters just as much as the engine code itself. Would I buy it? And oh, on early cars, the repair cost rarely makes sense on a car this old. The one that's more complicated, the N54. Before we get to the safe list, there's one engine that doesn't fit neatly into either category. And if you skip this part, you'll misjudge one of the more popular used BMW engines on the market. The N54 was BMW's first mainstream twin-turbo 6, found in the 2007 through 2010 335i, 135i, and 535i, and it earned a genuine cult following among enthusiasts because it responds to tuning better than almost anything else BMW has built. It's not unusual to see one making 450 or more horsepower on a stock long block with nothing more than a software flash. But that same engine has a well-documented list of factory weak points. High-pressure fuel pumps that fail without warning, often stranding the car, injectors that wear and cause misfires, and a wastegate rattle from the turbos that, left unaddressed, wears out bushings over time. None of these are hidden design flaws like the N63's turbo placement. They're known, well-documented parts that have largely been replaced across the used car population by now, and a good independent BMW shop can tell you in about 20 minutes whether a specific car has already had the updated fuel pump and injectors installed. If it has, and the tune history is reasonable rather than aggressive, an N54 can be a genuinely excellent used BMW. If it hasn't been updated and you don't know the tuning history, treat it the way you treat any car with unresolved recalls. Proceed only with a full inspection and price in the cost of catching it up. Would I buy it? Only with records. Confirm the fuel pump, injectors, and tune history first. The engine's actually worth buying. Okay, that's the minefield. Here's the map through it. Safe bet number 1, the N55. If you want a used BMW with a turbocharged inline-6 and a real track record of durability, the N55 is the one to search for. It replaced the twin-turbo N54 in 2011 and simplified the design down to a single twin-scroll turbocharger, which removed a lot of the complexity that caused headaches in its predecessor. You'll find the N55 in 335i, 535i, X5X Drive 35i, and 640i models from around 2011 through 2016. It isn't flawless. The plastic valve cover can crack and leak oil around the spark plug wells over time, and the Vanos solenoids occasionally need replacement, but neither of those is a 5-figure repair. They're maintenance items, not engine killers. This is one of the most forgiving performance engines BMW has ever built, and it's a big reason the 335i from this era remains one of the best used performance bargains on the market. Would I buy it? Yes. Safe bet number 2, the B58. If the N55 is the reliable choice, the B58 is the gold standard. Introduced around 2016 and still in production today, this inline-6 shows up in the 340i, 440i, M240i, X3M40i, and Z4, and it's widely regarded, inside BMW's own engineering circles and by independent tuners alike, as one of the most over-engineered production engines the company has made in 20 years. It uses a closed deck block, meaning the cylinder walls are fully supported by material on all sides instead of open to the water jacket, which is the same design philosophy used in engines built to handle serious horsepower. Owners are routinely doubling the factory power output with nothing more than a tune, and the engine shrugs it off. If you're looking at a 2017 or newer BMW with a 6-cylinder badge, the B58 underneath it is one of the strongest arguments for buying that car. Would I buy it? Yes. Safe bet number 3, the post-2012 N57 diesel. Remember the early N47 diesel we warned you about? BMW actually fixed that same rear timing chain problem in the N57, the inline-6 diesel found in the 335d, X5X Drive 35d, and later 5 Series diesel models. By 2012 and beyond, revisions to the chain and tensioner design addressed the worst of the failure points, and these engines have gone on to rack up 250,000 to 300,000 miles in the hands of owners who kept up with oil changes and DPF maintenance. If you want the torque and highway efficiency of a diesel BMW without gambling on the timing chain roulette of the early cars, a post-2012 N57 is the one to look for. Just confirm with a service history or a scan tool that the chain job, if it was ever needed, was actually done. Would I buy it? Yes, with confirmed post-2012 production. Safe bet number 4, the B48. The four-cylinder counterpart to the B58. The B48 shows up in the 230i, 330i, 430i, and X1 and X2 crossovers from 2016 onward, and it inherited the same closed-deck durability philosophy as its six-cylinder sibling. This is the engine that finally erased the reputation the N20 left behind. Owners report far fewer timing chain complaints, and the ones that do occur tend to show up much later in the engine's life, closer to 100,000 plus miles rather than the 60,000 mile failures that plague the N20. If a lower price point four-cylinder BMW is what fits your budget, this is the engine code you want to see on the sticker under the hood. Would I buy it? Yes. Safe bet number 5, the S55 and S58 M engines. If you're looking at an M2, M3, or M4, you want to see either the S55 or the S58 under the hood, not the older naturally aspirated V8s from the previous generation, which brought their own set of rod-bearing concerns. The S55, used from roughly 2015 through 2020, and its successor the S58, used from 2021 onward, are both twin-turbo inline-sixes built with forged internals and a much more conservative approach to heat management than BMW's earlier high-performance engines. They're not cheap to maintain. These are M cars, and parts and labor reflect that. But they're mechanically sound designs that don't have a systemic failure point waiting to bankrupt you the way the early N63 or N20 do. If you're buying an M car specifically for daily reliability rather than just weekend fun, these are the two engine codes to confirm before you sign anything. Would I buy it? Yes. How to actually verify which engine you're getting. Here's the problem. Dealers and private sellers aren't going to volunteer any of this. A listing will say 335i or 328d, and it's on you to confirm the actual engine code and production date, because BMW frequently changed engines mid-model year without changing the trim name. The fastest way to confirm it yourself is with a proper OBD2 scanner, something like the Foxwell NT530, which is BMW specific enough to pull the actual engine identification, not just tell you the check engine light is on. Beyond that, two things matter more than anything else: an independent pre-purchase inspection from a shop that actually specializes in BMWs, and real maintenance records, not regular maintenance, actual receipts. If a seller can't produce either one, that's not automatically a deal breaker, but it's a reason to slow down and inspect carefully rather than assume the best. The truth is, BMW has built some genuinely excellent engines and some genuinely regrettable ones, often in the very same model generation, sold under the very same trim name. The badge on the trunk will never tell you which one you're getting. The engine code will. If you want the complete rundown, every engine BMW has produced in the last 15 years, every known failure point, and the exact mileage windows where problems start showing up, that's exactly what's laid out inside the complete BMW Longevity Bible, linked in the description. Know the code before you know the car, and you'll never get stuck standing in that service bay wondering how this happened.